mean, it might be, it might not be. Hey guys, Thunder E here, and welcome to the Superhero Hour, episode 9. And a lot of stuff in terms of some news to dropped. We have 3 shows this week: Agents of Hydra, Legends of Tomorrow, and Expanse.
Yes.
But let us start off with news and rumors. So Screen Rant dropped some rumors stating that they are going to be 4 Batman movies in 2019. This is from 4chan. Now, if you guys know anything about 4chan, 4chan is a message boards that they post a lot of rumors. Some things are true, some things are not. I can see this being a possibility, but I don't think it's necessarily that. Sorry. For some reason, I'm trying to check out the rumors on Screen Rant, and there's audio playing which I can't mute for some whatever reason. But
oh god, I hate those sites like that.
Yeah. So Screen Rant, this is the rumor. So they said the plan is in 2019 they'll release 4 Batman movies because it's the 80th anniversary of Batman. I can see them doing a Batman movie in 2019, which makes sense. Which is what the movie's going to come out anyway. And I can see them doing an animated movie that year. So that perfectly makes sense.
Yeah, but didn't the rumor say 2 animated movies as well?
Yeah, but then again, we technically get 2 animated Batman movies. If you want to even now, there's always one Batman with the Justice League, and there's a Batman movie that every year.
Well, honestly, what I would like is they drop 3 or 4 animated movies a year.
Yeah,
they could drop one each quarter, and I think they would do pretty well.
Yeah, I think they would. So, but I know at least let them do 3, not even 4. 3. Let's have beginning, middle, end of the year kind of thing. At least have that.
That would work.
So here's the deal. They said Gotham Sirens will come out around Valentine's Day weekend, Nightwing Memorial Day weekend, Batgirl in August, and Batman in November. Which is still where Batman is supposed to be. So that's just lining the other ones ahead of it for the 80th anniversary. Now, when's the 80th Superman anniversary? That's next year. Superman is 1 year older than Batman. They're both they're both 75 years at the same time, but 1 year older. The Batman film will still have Deathstroke, but not as the main villain, which makes sense. Deathstroke, I never saw them making him a main villain, but I can see Matt Reeves doing that for a larger scale with the Bat family as well. If those 4 movies rumored, mind you again, rumor, are aligned in that year, you can basically chain all the stories down to the Batman movie.
Yep.
You could chain it down. It's going to be a lot of work, but you could definitely do that.
Where he makes a cameo in each of those movies leading into his.
Yeah. Or no. Him in 1 or 2, Deathstroke or another villain in 1 or 2 also. So by the time you see him in Batman, you're like, okay, that makes sense. In addition to there'll be 2 animated Batman movies planned in 2019.
Yeah, one of them being
one is the Long Halloween. Which is a good one. And Grant Wilson might be the villain for Nightwing solo movie. Grant Wilson, I can't remember who that is as villain.
What I would like, honestly, in the Nightwing movie is that Deathstroke has got a contract on his head. How it kind of played out in this last Teen Titans movie, where we watch him get his ass handed to him, and then Batman has to come save him, and Deathstroke retreats, and then Deathstroke comes after Batman for interfering in his contract. But
Deathstroke never does that. Now they said that Suicide Squad 2 or Dark Universe might most likely take up Aquaman's spot for next year. So having that October spot. I say it's Suicide Squad 2. I don't think it's Dark Universe. I think Suicide Squad 2 is the one that just has more momentum. And again,
what's Dark Universe? Is that Justice League Dark?
Justice League Dark, yeah, it's Justice League Dark. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it.
Hey, if they bring it, I'll watch it.
I mean, unless it's one of those horror directors that are under James Wan that's doing it, I can see that just because they do a very good job with their horror movies. Mel Gibson's no longer attached. I could definitely see that. They're talking about Jamie Collette's Sierra and Ruben Fleischer. I don't know who they are specifically. I can check. Let me see who Ruben is quickly. Ruben as a director. What has he directed? Ruben did Zombieland. Okay. He did
It was okay.
He did Gangster Squad, which not a lot of people liked.
I haven't seen it.
Zombieland was his best known in terms of like quality, if you will. And then let's see, Jamie Sierra Colette Sierra, sorry. That's 5 horror films, supposedly. He did Unknown, he did Nonstop, he did Orphan, and he did The Shallows. Shallows was well recognized yesterday, even though it was a small movie with what's the name?
Lively.
Blake Lively. So he could be another one.
It didn't get that good of praise.
It did.
And they said the CGI on the shark was horrible.
I think from what I've seen, a lot of people were like, the movie was fine. Yeah, the CG and the shark was terrible, but if it was a good CG, it would still be a fine movie. So I mean,
I didn't care for it. I was like, do I watch it? Do I watch it? Nah, not interested.
You should watch it.
But anyway, I couldn't even get my daughter to watch it.
The script is currently written from a pitch from David Ayers, which we know that. And they said Killer Frost will replace Harley Quinn. I can see that too. Or you could just have Harley Quinn if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I think if Harley Quinn is not in the Suicide 2 movie, it's because of the Gotham City Sirens.
No, which is fine. I know that. I mean, she's pushing for that anyway. She wants that movie to happen, the actress. Dark Universe script is going through final rewrites. They say they're using Gautama's base. I can see this happening, but I'm not saying it will. Now, 4 movies are planned for 2020. Those, of course, include Flash and Man of Steel sequel. Jonathan Levine.
That long of a wait?
Yeah, no. Jonathan Levine is to do The Flash. Jonathan Levine, what has he done? He did Warm Buddies. He did 50-50. He did The Night Before Christmas. Yeah. And he wrote the script. He wrote or directed Screen Junkies. You know Screen Junkies on YouTube, their channel? Yeah, he's credited for writing an episode. So, I mean, as a writer, sorry. As a director, Warm Buddies, 50-50. Yeah, not much, really. For The Flash, I don't see him doing The Flash. I mean, you had Rick Famuyiwa, who was more credited that you didn't pick. I don't think they're going to go with him. Remember, they've changed their whole disposition now. If you've not done anything that they can grab onto, they're not going to pick you. unless you're like under somebody like James Wan, or say you were under somebody else, then you go, okay, fine. You know, we got at least some accreditation for you, so to speak.
Like I said, the guy who just directed the latest Annabelle movie that's coming out later this year, he's something to look out for.
He's doing Shazam, though, right?
He's doing Shazam, but Shazam is going to be a little in between. But if you gave him something like Justice League Dark, where he could go full like on horror in a way, because that Annabelle trailer, I stopped it. That's how creepy it got. I was like, okay, I had enough.
Yeah, I mean, he could definitely do that. We'll have to see. Again, these are all rumors from 4chan. Doesn't mean that any of these things will pan out. The one thing that I can tell you that is realistic from all these rumors is this: there will be a Batman movie in 2019. There will be 2 Batman animated movies that year. I can definitely see that. That one is easy. That's an easy given because it's the anniversary year. So that makes a lot of sense. Gotham City Sirens and 2019, maybe not. It might even come in earlier. Again, it might come in earlier. So we don't know. All that stuff is all. Superman can also come in 2020. I can see that too, just because of how slow they've been going with all things. Or they could have hired Matt Reeves and he's already started writing. By the time Comic-Con cons, they're like, oh, we have a script. Superman is coming. And they just tell you Superman sequel 2019. Done. So you
Comic-Con is where all this is going to be announced. So all these rumors, if it does pan out, and if Matt Is it Matt Reeves or Matthew Vaughn?
Matthew Vaughn, sorry, for
So
Superman.
if Matthew Vaughn is linked to Superman, he will be announced in Comic-Con saying he's the writer director, and it's going to be lighter in tone versus the Zack Snyder take.
No, they won't say that. They will not.
Well, they won't say that,
They
but
won't
that's
say
how
that.
they're going to paint it.
And I don't think. I think this is it. I don't think it's going to be as light as people think.
I hope not.
I like that's just me. I think you're going to see the tone from Justice League carry over. It's just the looking style is different, you know. But people have to understand that the DC heroes are the way Zack Snyder has set them up as being a little bit more serious than the Marvel ones. You know, Batman is just as rich as Iron Man, but you don't see him just like cracking jokes left and right. He's just going to crack a few dry jokes.
See, this is why I don't see Gotham City Sirens coming out next year. They need to be in production literally within the next 2 months with enough time to make that October release date.
It's either them or Suicide Squad. One of the two have to be ready to go.
Suicide Squad might be a little easier because the actors are already under contract for it.
I mean, yeah, the only person who would have to, and I think his schedule is fine, is Will Smith. And Will Smith just finished that other movie that he did with David Ayer that's going on Netflix. And as far as I know, there's nothing. And he dropped out of Dumbo. Remember, he was in the running to be in Dumbo. He dropped, so there's nothing that he's doing of a major scale. Maybe something smaller, but nothing big that he's planned for. So
that's why. And then there's also a Writers Guild strike that might be coming down the pipe in the next couple of weeks. If they don't get their issues resolved, that could stunt a lot of these movies if they're not in production.
Yeah. So let's right now he has nothing. Bad Boys for Life is the only one I know that was delayed, right?
And that one has now been taken out of Sony's slate because they can't seem to figure it out.
So
what's so hard? Two cops in Miami wreaking havoc, destroying cars, and blowing up planes and buildings. Come on, man. Simple formula.
And this movie that's on Netflix, Bright, is in post-production. We already seen a teaser trailer. So he is
looks
open.
Interesting.
He's open. I mean, and we all know every other cast member is available other than Margot Robbie, who most likely would be for Gotham City Siren. So you're right. Suicide Squad might be, just because, like I said, everybody's ready to roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Suicide Squad, I see more because Margot Robbie has, I think, 2 films down the pipe before she can film Gotham City Siren.
What films does she have?
Stuff that I would not care to watch.
Okay, let's see what Margot Robbie has according to IMDb on her plate. She has Marianne. She's already she has 3 movies in post-production already.
Okay.
She has Gotham City Sirens as announced, and she has Marianne as announced. She's doing Peter Rabbit filming right now. She's doing voice for that.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's go in the booth and you can do that. The Rock if The Rock showed us anything, Disney brought down a booth to the man's house, set him up, and he recorded his voice in some parts of it in his home.
Yeah, that would take
can be done easily.
That would take you at least, I mean, for a full movie, you're looking at 2 to 3 weeks of just voice work. So really, she has only Marianne and Gotham City Sirens. And Marianne is in the morning of death of, Robin Hood. And who owns the rights to that? USA.
I think it's Universal.
Okay, I was going to say, if it's Warner Brothers, you all know that she's not going to be in that first. They're going to delay that movie.
No, but I think if it's the one with what's the kid that did the Kingsman?
I think it's him. Yeah,
that movie's already in production.
Oh, okay. Then
and it's filming.
She's filming. So
if she's in that one, you know, there seems to be when there's always a Robin Hood movie. There's always some other studio trying to do their take on Robin Hood.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll have to see. And then there's Green Lantern. Also, remember that's also.
Who cares about that hodgepodge
for
donkey crap
for 2020? No, I'm telling you, Green Lantern I think they understand what they made. They made the mistake in Green. Green Lantern was
Look,
meant to be
dude.
a franchise on its own.
All seriousness. If it's not John Stewart, I don't care.
It's going to be
I
John
don't.
Stewart and Hal Jordan.
I don't want Hal Jordan. He's boring to me. And then I don't know Kyle Rayner and the other Green Lantern. Don't know him, so I won't comment on those two.
Let me see. I think that's the thing. They made, to me, Hal Jordan is not boring. He's funny because of two reasons. And not funny as a jokester. He's not a jokester. I mean, the Justice League War One made him a little jovial in my mind, but the way Hal Jordan is, in the DC universe, there are two people, or you could say three. Superman is never afraid of Batman, but everyone else is afraid of Batman. Hal Jordan does not give a shit. Literally tells him, Batman is the kind of person where everyone's like, hey, Batman, hi, I just cleaned the Batmobile. Just want to let you know it's shiny. Hal Jordan doesn't care. Hal Jordan doesn't care, and that's why I like Hal Jordan. The problem is that we've never seen that kind of Hal Jordan there. And then John Stewart, we all know how John Stewart is from the animated comics. I mean, all the cartoons.
That's how I was introduced to Martian Manhunter and him.
Now, if you also introduce, say down the line, you see Kyle Rayner. Kyle Rayner is the young. He's almost like, if you take Ezra Miller and you take his style of Flash, less jokes, and you make him Green Lantern, his imagination is crazy. So the other Green Lanterns are like this. Hal Jordan will make a plane, he'll make ships, he'll make stuff. John Stewart will construct with, you could see the pillars inside and all that. Kyle Rayner, he was fighting somebody, he just made Superman. It's like, look, I'm sorry. I'm fighting somebody who's stronger than me. This is the strongest guy in the universe. So why do I have to stress myself making some kind of battleship? I'm like, yes, this is a sensible guy. This is a guy that knows how to use the imagination compared to everybody else. And then Guy Gardner is just a dickhead. He thinks he's the most powerful Green Lantern, and he's the weakest of all of them because he has just enough imagination to power the ring. That's how I call it. He's always angry. He's that. So I'm saying it's one of those things that it could play out well, which is why I like the buddy cop attitude style they want to go with, because if you pit their egos against each other, then it comes off as a better story. Because eventually, right, you can't have Guardians of the Galaxy with all four Green Lanterns, if you really think about it. Like in the
sequel, they can. They can do it. They're in space most of the time.
Exactly, yeah. So they're visiting different worlds and on the other side of the galaxy. I mean, here's the funny thing: of all the Green Lanterns, none of them. I don't know which one. Maybe I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. But out of the 4 I mentioned, 3 are not posted to Earth. None of these guys are supposed to be around Earth. They're posted in other sides of the. But they always come back home. I'm like, so you were just leaving people to die over there.
Did I hear about Brie Larson said about Captain Marvel being funny? I'm not even surprised. Every hero in the MCU is a comedian.
I'm not surprised by that statement, but it is how they view things and how they do things in Marvel. So
Marvel is family first.
It's Disney. It's Disney.
That's why you see. That's why you notice all their villains are not super hardcore, even though they should be.
Now, here's another thing. So it was Screen Rant again who posted. Screen Rant likes to post a lot of clickbaity articles, but they posted projected Wonder Woman opening box office is 85 million. Now, and no, projected 85, and then lifetime will be in the US 285. Now, if you've learned anything from projected box office, Umberto will always tell you if it's not a month before the movie time, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the movie comes out in June. Prime real estate, early June, to where it's cracking more than 120 million, in my opinion, for the simple fact, woman.
Yeah.
So alone, women are going to drive to this movie in bulk.
They are using. I think they were using some of Ghost in the Shell as some comparison and
Oh, that's
forgetting.
not a comparison.
I'm just guessing, but forgetting that Ghost in the Shell has nothing to do with Wonder Woman. The name alone carries enough weight for everyone to just go check it out. Now, having a female superhero this big is the second reason. Just the name alone is number one reason. Number three reason is her appearance in BVS. That short sequence was enough to tell everyone, I want to go see Wonder Woman, right? Whenever the movie comes out. And then finally, you now have the biggest reason, which I'm putting as the last reason, is women just watching not just a female superhero, but someone that they've all grown up with at different stages in life, at different ages. There's no woman who will not tell you that about, I mean, women use it as a nickname, not, like as a guy, if I say I'm Superman, I almost have to prove it. You know what I mean? Like if I come out and say my nickname is Superman, you go, why? But if a woman says, if you get a woman, you heard nickname is Wonder Woman, you understand why. You know what I mean? Yep. It's almost different. For a guy, if I come out, I'm like, yeah, so what's your name? Yeah, my nickname, they call me Superman. And like, really? Yeah, sure, how? But when you hear a woman's nickname is Wonder Woman, you go, oh, okay, all right. I see how she is, It's totally different. So people are going to show up for that.
Shit, just giving birth to kids alone.
Yeah, I mean it's not an easy thing. So I'll put it that way.
You gotta sit there, walk around for on the average, eight and a half months with a person inside of you waddling along the blades, and then you gotta push the little sucker out. Oh no, y'all could have that title.
Yeah, so I mean it's something we'll just have to wait and see, but I think it would do. I think it's gonna, like I said, to me that's $1 billion movie.
I mean, let's be real, dude. We're tracking 85 million 2 months out. Okay, that's going up.
Yeah, remember BVS was tracking what, 100, right?
I think it was in the 110s.
110, and he did 165, and he only did 165 because of bad word of mouth. If it had decent reviews, it was 200. It would have been 200.
No. But see, for them to have gotten those decent reviews, they needed to put out the original version that they should have did.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, let's not even go back to that. Let's just
if history can prove to you, screw runtime, just put out a good movie, it will freaking sell. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Damn movie is 3 hours, 15 minutes. Made over $1 billion in the box office. Now imagine if they would have went with the extended cut, which takes that movie over 4 hours.
No, I don't think anybody would have survived that one. That was rough.
Oh, dude, I could sit through that thing all day, baby.
No, I mean I can. I'm just saying that the general audience will not. That's what I'm 3 hours. 3 hours, yes, they can do, but almost 4 now.
That's the basis they should have think. You know what? Return of the King came out. What was it? 08, 09-ish, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
A 3 hour, 15-minute movie made over $1 billion. Okay, this movie here is, what was it? What was the final runtime on the Ultimate Cut? 3 hours and change?
No, it's just, I think it was 3 hours flat.
So that movie would have made $1 billion, if not just shy of $1 billion.
I think
its final run.
I think it would have been 900 and something. Yeah, I think you're right.
So.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for news.
There was something else I forgot.
I'm just going to read that Cara Danvers quote for not Cara Danvers, sorry, Brie Larson's quote for Cara Danvers. To be fair, there's a lot of iterations of her, so there's going to be some people out there who think this isn't right. She's believing in truth and justice. She's a bridge between two worlds, between Earth and space. She's fighting between the flaws that are within her and all that's good that she wants, and she tries to spread the world to be a better place. She also can fly, shoot things out of her hand. She's really funny. She can shoot things out of her hand. What the hell is she? A freaking Super Saiyan? Yeah, she has beams. She's very powerful. Like they made her to be very, very powerful. Like she's one of the heavy hitters in the Marvel universe. Because the thing is, this is that
So,
I think what happened
Homegirl could
is,
just sit there and project energy out of her hand, dude.
and
So we're
she's
getting a
strong.
real life Dragon Balls character here.
Yeah, and she's strong. See, the problem is that if you think about it, right, before she got elevated this way, Marvel didn't have any female characters that were just strong other than Jean Grey. But Jean Grey was always considered X-Men, right? You kind of put all of them in one category together. Unlike in DC, where you can mention as many characters, but you mention Wonder Woman, you're going, okay, fine. That is Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman. That's the top three, right? Okay, yeah, we get it. So they needed somebody up there on that same level. And so she's pretty much, one of those.
Is this what makes Batman so powerful? Is because he could think quickly on his feet while he's out doing his thing?
Well, he's so Batman is your chief strategist, number one. Easy. But number two is if you give him any kind of time, you're dead. Any kind of time. Which is why, so put it this way, right? I'll put it in better context because it's so hard for a lot of people to understand or comprehend. Deathstroke is like Batman. Deathstroke uses 90% of his brain. Batman does not use 90% of his brain. Deathstroke took down the Teen Titans by himself. And when I say the Teen Titans, that included Wonder Girl, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Nightwing, who's no joke, Starfire, who's no joke, Kid Flash, all by himself. And then Jericho and Raven. So exactly. So he threw all that in. He did it by himself. Who is the equivalent of Batman on the evil side? So that just gives you a perspective of what Batman can do. And then again, if you look at the OMAC storyline, where I forget the name of the bad guy again, he stole Batman's plans to defeat the Justice League. Batman created a plan to defeat everybody, and he used that to take care of the Justice League themselves.
I forgot what anime that was. Because we saw that in an anime. And I found it was a good anime.
Yeah, something Lord. Maxwell Lord was the name of the bad guy. So it's one of those things where that's why Batman is considered up there. Now in the newer comics, you have Batgod. Batman assumed the power of Metron. Basically, this chair that allows him to time travel.
I saw something like that earlier today.
They call him Batgod. I mean,
wasn't that in the New 52?
In the New 52, yeah. I mean, Batman also in the animated series, went against Darkseid, told him to release Supergirl. And granted, he was wearing the mother box. That's the thing that saved his life, of course. But he's like, yeah, I'm willing to blow myself up. Go ahead. Darkseid's like, man, okay, you are crazy. That's how he is, and that's why in a sense, you remember the animated series Justice League when they were fighting the versions from a different universe where their Flash died. So there's an episode where the other versions captured them and said, "We're keeping you for your own good." Flash escaped, and then he released Batman. He's like, "How come you didn't have a plan to escape?" He's like, "I wasn't going to. He's me. I can't defeat myself." So that's the extent of where Batman is and how he's rated in the DC universe per se. A peak. I think it's a little bit more than that. Yeah, I think he's found out Joker's real name.
There was 3 different Joker names, and the response was, "You got to be kidding me!" And then he also found out the name of the killer who killed his parents.
Yeah.
Supposedly while sitting in that chair, but it was never revealed the Joker names. I saw that fact earlier today.
So let's start off with shows. Since we've talked a little bit here. Agents of Hydra. That was good. It was good. It was good to see Ward back. I didn't buy Fitz being Dr. Evil. He just didn't come off as evil as I thought he was. Like May being tough is May. She does that well.
That's May.
Having Ward back, but then again, Ward double crossing made sense. That's Ward.
Yeah, but see, this time it's flipped. Instead of
Yeah.
him being the bad guy on the Shield as the Hydra agent, now he's the Hydra agent that's turned resistance fighter. So whatever. I mean, the episode was good. I
Go ahead,
liked
continue.
it. Poor Gemma, she has to dig her way out of a freaking grave.
That's not a nice way to jump into like a VR world. I mean,
Nope. And then I like where they're going, but it's kind of sad because this show might get canceled.
Yeah.
Because there's a new report out there saying it's unlikely that the Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will ever meet. And it was primed for it. It was primed for it being they're both going to be on ABC, and it just could have happened. But hey, that's what happens when on a show that's actually been good all season.
Yep. But yeah, no, I think it was a solid episode. I really enjoyed it. I just watched it maybe about an hour ago, and I was like, man, I mean, you've been hitting stride. Like I said, to me, everything's been good in terms of what they've done with the show. So like I said, I can't complain at all.
No. And then, you said you didn't watch Legends. For a season finale, Legends was pretty good.
Yeah, so I was
very enjoyable.
I was catching up with Legends, and I was enjoying the episodes, actually. I was like, it's not bad. It's not bad. And I stopped at 16, and for some reason, I thought that was the last episode. I was like thinking it was next week. So I just kind of like skipped Legends and, move forward.
Like I said, you didn't pay attention to me when I told you on Tuesday.
That was Tuesday, man. A lot has happened
But
this week.
It, not too spoilerish, but they're going to go back to present day 2017, but it's going to be totally different.
Yep, I can see that.
And also, when the episode was ending, Rip left the team again. But I saw a report that he's coming back.
Oh, he's a regular next season, so it's not like he's not going to be.
So it was a fitting season finale. I don't know if you want to know this fact, but we won't see someone ever again.
Yeah, I figured as much, and I know it is. It's got to be the chick with the. Oh, okay. Oh, Citizen Steel. Firestorm?
Nope. It's a bad guy.
Oh, he's dead. I know. What's his name? Reverse Flash. Yeah.
Completely. Never to come back now.
Yeah. Oh, he always can. He always can, though.
No. He was erased from existence completely.
Oh, wow.
Death caught him, took out his heart.
Yeah, true. But I guarantee you, if Barry does another time trip, something can happen.
But see, this takes it further into spoiler part with it. He brought all his reverse flashes into this episode as his backup. And they were all erased from existence. Now, I guess your point is if Barry does some stupid kind of cockamamie bullshit, then yes. But hopefully Barry learns his lesson and only travels to the future and back to present day.
I didn't want
Reverse Flash is gone.
There was no Flash this week, right?
No, Flash comes back April 24th. So does Arrow, the 100, that there to finish their season up in May.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll have to definitely watch it, but I think it was this season so far was pretty good. I enjoyed the episodes after catching up with it. The Expanse. Did you watch it?
Yes, I did. I made sure to watch it. I watched it actually yesterday to be ready for today because I took a week off last week to go out on the boat, spend time on the ocean. Won't do that again. I'll try to leave that for Sundays, but
Okay, but so what do
The
you?
show was better this week. Last week was okay. Last week made up for that boring ass episode we got the week before. I liked what the Marine did this week. She's just like,
See, this is the side I wanted to see from her because I was like, come on, you're not making her as tough. I mean, you make her tough and then you tame her down. Come on, we need to see why she's Martian's number one. Come on. And then she showed it. She defected straight to human side like quick. I was like, all right. And then
it was good. I mean, she handled that guy like, dude, you're supposed to be a supervisor, and you just got whooped by a woman.
He never was in the field. He never was in the field. You could tell that's somebody who was just who was either officer, bureaucrat, or maybe like some kind of special side of things. And she handled him. But the line I liked the best at the very end when the captain is like, "We're going hunting." I was like, yeah, let's see how you fare against that blue creature that just tore out of. That's a child. That is a child.
Wow. I don't know, man.
No, it is because what I get what they were doing with the proto-molecule. Because a child is growing, it is easy for you to shape it the way you want it to shape. And also, quote unquote, remap its brain to do whatever you want. And that's what they were doing with the children. And again, children with certain ailments are easier for you to do that with. So that's what they did with the children. But the thing is, I forgot his name, but his girlfriend, man, she's annoying. I mean, I get it. She's a belter, the way she thinks. I get that.
Oh, yes. I was thinking the same thing as like, all right, we do what we have to do. She's too goody two shoes.
And I thought he was too goody two shoes.
No, he's now become more this F that. We going to kill some people.
Yeah, no, because he's losing his faith. Like, remember, in a sense, he was the pure one, and even though it was not really pure, remember, his family made him from a combination of genes of everyone in his family. He has how many fathers, how many mothers, right? Except the one he considers mother is the one who carried him in the womb. But he has a mixture of genes. So he's meant to be the savior. And you see him losing his.
He's like cool. You said, losing his faith.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh man, but yeah, his girl, bro, is like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm going back to try to get as many people off this rock as I can. Man, I'm sorry. I'm just the way I am. I'm like, F that, suit up, let's ride.
So here's the thing now. So the UN lady is going to definitely meet with Mr. Mao. And you know who she's going to take as security with her, right?
Oh, yeah.
2 people.
The Martian
and our friend from
Spartacus.
Spartacus, yeah.
What does he call Asher?
Yeah, Asher.
Asher.
Or here's the thing: at a location of a choice, somewhere in the galaxy, in the galaxy, if I were her, I would get. Again, this is me. I would rather go with the crew of the Rocinante. I would call the Rocinante if I can, for them to take me there. Because those are the people who right now those are the ones who've been going around the guy. Again, look, and the pilot, not even though he was going crazy, talking to himself the whole time in the ship, but homie's good.
He's a good pilot.
Yeah, he knows. I mean, he knows how to fly. And remember, he set their trajectories like, ooh, I'm going in silence. Just thrusters only. He's all excited. So those are the kind of people like if I need a mission, like I can see why the guy at Tycho Station just didn't want to let him go. Those are the kind of people to have around. You need something done. You got the best pilot. You got the best muscle with the guy that's always getting shot. I've forgotten his name. He's like, why am I always getting shot? But yeah, it was a good episode. I can't wait for the season finale.
According
to Creature?
To Jawin, Jason Idman, he says we're deep into book 2.
Oh. Where? I don't see it. Where did Jason say it?
No, not in here. He was on TV Talk, and you know how they do their weekly review of The Expanse as well. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, it's getting so good because now we're deep into book 2, and it's great." And you know how he puts. So obviously he's read the books up to where they're caught up on.
Okay.
So I'll listen to what he says because he also reads books, unlike Josh.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. But I think overall, the shows were good this week, and
The shows are great. We still have, I was under the impression because that was episode 11.
12 episodes. Full 12, yeah. They give us a 2-hour special, and then they give us full 12.
Yeah, but it was episode 11, so I was under the impression, when I saw the preview for next week, like on the season finale, it didn't even say that in the preview, so I'm wondering if they're going 13.
Could be.
Yeah, because, honestly, I've noticed the best way to watch The Expanse is not live, is watch it on the app after it airs, because then you get to hear the curse words and it's not bleeped out the way the show is meant to be watched.
Oh, man, I don't watch it live either, so it usually.
Well, we were when we were going live
initially, yeah. Then it just got busy. I couldn't do live, but definitely, guys. That's pretty much it. Now, when the shows end, I know some of you might be wondering, we still will be doing Superhero Hour. We will talk like just general comic book, stuff like rumors, maybe some comic knowledge. It might not be an hour. It might be shorter, but we'll just we'll chime in for a little bit.
Now, I'm gonna ask because I'll probably go see Fate of the Furious next Saturday versus Friday. Want to include the spoiler discussion into
Saturday?
Yeah. Into the show.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll turn into a spoiler discussion of Fate of the Furious.
Because we're only going to have two shows next week. It's just going to be Shield and Expanse.
Yeah.
And whatever other news we get. Because I'm gonna have to leave it up to you. As I'm probably not going to be home that Friday, but we should be getting the Last Jedi trailer.
Okay. What, next Friday?
Yeah. Celebration is next week.
Oh, I mean Easter
Thursday.
weekend. Okay. All right. Cool. Are you
going out of town?
No, I'll be here. I'm here. So I'll be here. I'll do the reaction for that, and the reaction will be on both channels, Bored at Work and OnBoored. So if you're wondering, you will see it in both places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you, Joshua, for chiming in. Also, thank you, Ricky Bad Boy, FRXX.
LNCRS.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, huh? Wait, okay. Yeah, thanks all for joining. Keep watching. Stay tuned.
Don't hate the geek.
And always enjoy your entertainment.